When the Apostle Paul wrote 1 Corinthians 15, he didn't describe death as torment or an instant trip to heaven, but as sleep. Not metaphorical in the modern sense, but in the ancient biblical sense, an unconscious rest before the resurrection. Paul says 4 times in this chapter that the dead sleep. We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed. 1 Corinthians 15:51. This wasn't new to Paul. He was following Jesus' own teaching. When Lazarus died, Jesus said, "Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I go that I may awaken him." John 11:11. When the little girl died, Jesus said, "The girl has not died, but is asleep." Matthew 9:24. So what does sleep imply? It means the person still exists, but is unconscious. It means death is temporary. They will wake up. The Greek word Paul uses for raise is agira, which literally means to wake up. So when Paul writes, the dead will be raised, imperishable, verse 52, he's saying the dead will wake up, never to die again. He doesn't say bodies will awake, he says the dead. That's the entire person. So when someone dies, the whole person sleeps, awaiting the resurrection. Paul even says if there is no resurrection, those who have fallen asleep in Christ have perished, verse 18. He's clear. If there is no resurrection, there is no life beyond death. That means Paul didn't believe in an immortal soul that lives apart from the body. His entire hope rested on the resurrection, not immortal consciousness. Paul writes, the dead will be raised imperishable, and we will be changed. This mortal must put on immortality. Notice that, we put on immortality. We are not immortal by nature. Immortality is a gift given at the resurrection when Christ returns. It's the entire human being that becomes immortal, not just a soul. For Paul, immortality wasn't a natural possession, it was the victory of Christ. The last enemy that will be destroyed is death. Greek philosophers called death a friend, a release of the soul. But Paul called it an enemy, one that Christ will finally abolish. So what happens when a believer dies? They sleep, unconscious, resting in God's care. And the very next moment of awareness is resurrection morning, when they open their eyes in a new immortal body, face to face with the Lord. That's why Paul could say to live is Christ and to die is gain. Because from the believer's perspective, death and resurrection are separated only by a blink.